ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Menu Podcast. This is a weekly podcast where we discuss the news of food. Food that is newsworthy and news that is food-worthy. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Josh Elkin, live from Los Angeles. My name is Dave, and we're ready to talk some shit about food. Josh?
What is going on, Dave? That is true. I am so fired up about today's podcast. We have an excellent lineup prepared for everybody. But beyond that, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy post V-Day.
Yes.
This is the day after. This is the day after Valentine's Day, which was the day after Internet Friendship Day. And if I had to go, and I don't want the corporations to hijack Internet Friendship Day, but if I can go ahead and say a day that I would support much more than Valentine's Day, it would be Internet Friendship Day. I didn't give it nearly enough credit this year, and I should have, because I respect my internet friends and they mean the world to me.
Dave, that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to internet friends.
Everyone
out there, your internet friend and your internet friend.
Yeah.
And of course, us being internet friends as well, Dave.
I didn't buy my internet friends nearly enough chocolates or flowers this year. Next year, I'll do a better job.
Yeah, you definitely messed up on that one. Drop the ball right there.
Drop the ball. How was your Valentine's Day, Josh? Did you have a nice romantic time with the West Coast Slapper?
I did have an excellent time with the West Coast Slapper. We took a bit of a page out of the
Sorry,
book.
I totally thought you were about to say we took a bit of a break. That's a weird Valentine's Day move.
No. So,
so you said you took a page from the Dave and Bert book, which was to say fuck Valentine's Day.
Basically, yeah. So
nice.
Last year we were in Los Angeles together. It was our second Valentine's Day. We went out of our way to make reservations at a quote unquote fancy restaurant here in Los Angeles, specifically in Venice.
Yeah.
It got great reviews. And then we got to the restaurant, and it was like a lot of restaurants do on Valentine's Day. They pack their restaurant full, over capacity of seats, to get in, that influx of people. So we were on top of one another.
That
was
sucks.
Kind of a bad experience. However, we went for the squid ink pasta, which was the best. It was the best part of the night. So this year we were like, let's just get a bottle of champagne, some chocolate, and let's cook dinner together at our place and watch a movie. So we did that. We watched Arrival. I don't know if you've ever
great
seen
film.
That movie.
Great film. Loved it.
Awesome movie. Didn't know it had nothing to do with
about aliens.
It's not about aliens, though.
No,
that's
but
it's really not.
No, you're right. The moral of the story is not alien spoilers, but but the movie itself is about aliens. Well, that's great. That is the nicest way to spend Valentine's Day. I made Bert chicken fingers and French fries, and we had a great time.
I want chicken fingers and French fries so bad right now.
We actually did nothing Valentine's related at all, but I'm proud of that.
That's you guys. You guys are not about that life.
At all. On that note, I think it is time. Let us jump into our topics for this week. We really do have an exciting bunch of topics for you. Maybe let's try something different here, Josh. Maybe let's preview the topics for those that are listening that just want to get excited about what we're going to be doing. Our first topic is going to be discussing all-day breakfast and the importance thereof. Then we're going to be talking about what is a burger topping, what constitutes a real burger topping, and are people going too far? Then we're going to talk about the Burger King smut box. I won't be able to say it without laughing. The Burger King smut box. I don't even want to spoil it. You'll see what that's all about. Then we're going to talk about pro oatmeal. And that's not, are you in support of oatmeal? That is professional grade oatmeal. And these new oatmeals that they're coming out with. We're going to talk about those a whole bunch. And then following that up, back on the fast food tip, we're going to discuss fast food weddings. Bet you didn't even know that was a thing. Well, guess what? It is. And then we're going to wrap things up as we do every week with our good old dumb food item of the day, which is actually the dumb food item of the week. But I didn't have enough space to type it into our fancy overlay here, so I stuck with day. Maybe we'll get around to fixing that sometime.
I mean, you could have abbreviated it and done like dumb food item of the WK. Yeah, I just did that.
Never.
Yeah, I just did that.
So our first topic is all-day breakfast. Now, yes.
So much to talk about with this. First of all, Dave, all-day breakfast.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. Next topic. All-day breakfast. Yes. Next topic. It's crazy because As a lover of breakfast, and you being a lover of breakfast,
I'm a lover of breakfast. You're a champion of breakfast. Whereas I like to eat breakfast and enjoy it to myself, you like to promote the benefits of breakfast, the importance of breakfast, the superiority of breakfast.
I am the breakfast ambassador, I'd say, of the world.
Ooh, nice one.
Excellent. That's a better one.
They need to open up a new post at the United Nations.
For
Ladies
me,
and gentlemen,
I get a
speaker on behalf of breakfast, Josh Welkin.
Dipset. I also get a license plate.
Yeah, you get diplomatic immunity too. You get to go around if you want murder people in countries, and you're okay because you have diplomatic immunity because you represent breakfast.
That's one thing, but the best part about having Dipset is being able to park anywhere. No one cares. Your car doesn't get towed. You're Dipset.
Never.
Get out of here. Anyways, all day breakfast. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. First of all, you should always be able to have breakfast all day.
I agree.
Like if I want breakfast for lunch and dinner and in the morning,
yeah,
who are you to tell me I can't do that? Unless you're McDonald's about 5 years ago. So we all love McDonald's breakfast, sausage McMuffins, hash browns, hot cakes. Love it.
Oh, those hot cakes.
After 10:30 a.m., you seemingly weren't able to get any of those items until everyone, got their panties in a bunch. And it seems like the internet made this possible.
Yeah, without the internet, this isn't. Without the internet, you can't really take note of how bunched up everyone's panties were.
Yes, precisely. Don't Google that, by the way. You'll
bunched up panties. You'll regret it. You'll totally regret that.
So, eventually, as you guys all know or may not know, is that McDonald's now offers all-day breakfast. However, there's a catch to all-day breakfast in the fact that it is a limited menu, right?
What?
So you don't get all the regular breakfast.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you get a McMuffin, a sausage McMuffin, or like one of those egg white delights. And I think maybe you get a breakfast burrito, but you definitely don't get the deluxe breakfast platter with the hot cakes and the scrambled eggs and all the good stuff. You definitely don't get that.
I haven't had that in years.
And there's a bunch of other, like you don't get the McGriddle, you don't get the bagel breakfast sandwich. You basically just get the egg McMuffin family and hash browns, which I'm not mad at. No. I'm really not mad at. The cool thing about them doing that is that there's been somewhat of a trend of other restaurants opening up all-day breakfast.
They're getting on board.
For example, Jack in the Box a couple months ago released their Brunch Fest menu, which is a whole new menu dedicated to brunch all day.
I saw your rap video.
Really cool. Yeah, driving through Jack in the Box.
You let everybody know. Definitely. That Brunch Fest is the real deal. But now, so as a result, Carl's Jr. also got on board.
That's it. So the newest company to jump
on board. Not even jump ship. They're on the breakfast. They're on the breakfast boat.
Jump on the ship.
Oh my God, the breakfast boat. It's Sorry,
Carl's
continue.
Jr. Yeah, Carl's Jr. So now they have their entire all-day breakfast concept that they're unveiling, and what they have first is their brunch burger, which looks pretty good.
It looks good, but I have to be honest, I don't think that this is a breakfast item. I wouldn't be mad eating this. So for those of you that are watching, you can see what I'm looking at. For those of you that are listening, this is a burger. This is fully
regular
burger. This is not breakfast. It's a burger. It is a lunchtime or dinner burger. You could have this for breakfast if you wanted. I wouldn't be mad about it. But I typically consider a breakfast burger to either be exclusively bacon or a sausage patty. This is an actual hamburger patty.
That's the thing, is that it might be a sausage patty. If it was a sausage patty, that would be the smart thing. But you're right. It's just a regular burger with bacon and cheese on it, and then insert scrambled egg patty. And
this is a charbroiled beef patty. This is a charbroiled beef patty. And here's the other thing. So that on that sandwich, I would absolutely insist on ketchup. They put ketchup on it. Bacon, eggs, hash brown rounds, a charbroiled beef patty, American cheese, and ketchup. Now, all of those ingredients are great for a burger, for like a regular lunchtime dinner burger. But in the morning, I'm not really about ketchup on my breakfast sandwich. I know some people are. I know some people are also about mayonnaise on their breakfast sandwiches. I respect that. Hot sauce, I respect that. Personally, I'm not a sauceman. In the morning, not such a sauceman. I like my breakfast sandwiches to just really be about the egg, the cheese, and the breakfast meat. But I respect those that like or insist upon a condiment. But for me, this is not much of a breakfast as much as it is a lunch or a dinner.
I want to just second most of everything you just said. You cannot put ketchup on a breakfast sandwich and call it a breakfast sandwich. I don't care what you're.
You can.
No,
you can.
it's blasphemy.
You're just a jerk.
You're a real jerk. You know, making a breakfast sandwich or a burger opens up the possibilities of a brand new condiment. Why are you putting ketchup on it? It's so boring.
Ooh, you want a breakfast exclusive breakfast condiment?
Yeah.
Now that is interesting.
Give me like a maple Dijon.
Just a maple
eggs Benny sauce or a maple Dijon hollandaise.
I guess hollandaise. I guess hollandaise or maple syrup. They're just a bit sloppier. But if you were to maybe thicken them up, I mean, hollandaise doesn't really need to be thickened up so much. But if you were to take maple syrup and figure a way to thicken it up so that it had the consistency of a ketchup or a mustard, that might go a lot better with a breakfast sandwich. I feel like syrup is probably one of the few things that would work as a breakfast condiment on a breakfast sandwich for myself.
A maple Dijon maybe.
Maple Dijon would be nice.
Tang, you know,
mustard for breakfast freaks me out a bit, just a little bit.
But
I understand.
Hollandaise sauces are made with mustard. Some of them.
So here's the question that I have for you, Josh.
Yeah.
Why didn't all day breakfast always exist? Why were they holding us back? Why are they trying to keep us down, man?
See, that's what we were talking about that before. Like either you do it all or you don't do any of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to go into your restaurant and like if it's 10 p.m. at night and I want eggs and toast and bacon, you're going to sit there and be like, we don't have it. Like we don't have eggs, bacon, and toast. Liar.
We know you do. You have to have it for tomorrow morning.
Exactly. It's like the easiest stuff to have around. And we were talking about like, a breakfast being available in the hours, quote unquote, of breakfast. And then also having that same item later on in the day available. However, the only difference would be the potatoes, right, Dave? Like instead of having hash browns or breakfast potatoes, you would have French fries.
Right. I'm okay with that. If you're sitting there and you're saying like, no, it's past the hour of breakfast fries. We're not making different fries now. We've switched everything over to regular French fries. I'm okay with a regular French fry as a breakfast potato substitute. That's fine, especially if I'm having breakfast for dinner. What I don't accept is the statement that, oh, I'm sorry, we put all the eggs away. Or oh, I'm really, really sorry. We just don't have any more bacon available. It's like, but excuse me, you're offering me, your super deluxe cheeseburger has bacon and a cracked fried egg on it. What the hell, sir?
They just don't put it on the burger and put toast next to it.
You're right. Like we will provide you all of the ingredients for a burger separate. Would that be acceptable? Yeah, then I can just do whatever I want with the burger patty, but I have all the components of my breakfast.
Yeah, it's really silly.
You think you could do that? You think you could do that to bypass those restaurants that refuse to serve breakfast after a certain time? You just go in there and be like, hey,
can I
I'd
have
like a
all
deconstructed cheeseburger, please. Yeah, I'd like a deconstructed deluxe cheeseburger. And if it doesn't come with fried egg, provide me a fried egg, please. Just don't assemble it, though. Just put it all on the plate. And then they serve it to you and you'd be like, you see? You can serve me breakfast.
It really begs the question, what are the hours of breakfast? Because, we're both from Montreal, where it's, in my opinion, the breakfast restaurant capital of the world.
I think it might be, and that may be a bold statement. For those of you that are not from Montreal or don't know how seriously Montreal takes breakfast, let's just throw it out there. I think I might want to double check the stats on this, because I might be making a false statement, but I believe we have the highest number of breakfast restaurants per capita.
I have to agree with you on that. And so I don't know if you know this, but they're all open from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And I don't know a single person, family member, friend, or otherwise, that doesn't visit a breakfast restaurant at least one day of their weekend.
Or week in general. Like my mom goes to a breakfast restaurant at least every
That's what
Wednesday.
I'm saying. Like some people will go both days of the weekend. Some, like myself, some people will go throughout the week, which I've been known to do from time to time. But I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met that's been like, nah, I just don't go out for breakfast anymore.
Liars.
So considering that we are the breakfast capital of the world, now that we've solidified that with all the scientific research that we'll ever need, how is it that we're so late to the all-day breakfast game? Everybody loves McDonald's breakfast. We respect it. We love it. You know,
Like
Tim
the
Hortons makes a great breakfast sandwich. Again, they have all the ingredients. Why wouldn't they just keep it going? They already provide bagels, or if you want to get like a piece of toast with butter and jam, you could do that at Tim Hortons any hour of the day.
I got into it with a guy last time I was in Montreal, and I wanted to get the Tim Matin, like the
great sandwich.
Yeah, it's a delicious sandwich.
That's French for Tim Morning.
And he was like, "No, we don't. We're done making." This is what really made me mad about it. Not the fact that he said that they didn't offer it anymore. I accept that. Coming from Montreal, you get that they stopped making breakfast at a certain hour, which is the point of this conversation. What bothered me about that experience is that he told me as if I'm supposed to know.
Yeah. No.
Like, bro. And I even said that to him. I'm like,
haven't you ever been here before?
I said that to him. I'm like, dude, you're saying it to me like I know. Like,
yeah.
You work here. I don't. How am I supposed to know that? There's no sign on the drive-thru being like, P.S. breakfast ends. You know what I mean?
There totally is.
Anyways, all day breakfast. Delicious.
I'm sorry, there totally is a sign
that says it ends
till noon.
Well, let me quickly cough up my foot.
How does it taste, Josh? No, but
doesn't taste as good as a breakfast sandwich.
Here's the thing: is that it's not a very obvious sign, and it has had to be pointed out to me. There was once that I went through, and they're like, "No, we don't. We stop at noon." And I felt the same way. Like, why aren't you telling me this now? And I intentionally went back through the drive-through to try and prove the guy wrong, and was like, "Oh, it is there."
Sticking it to him.
And they're like, "Hi, welcome to Tim Hortons. Can we take your order again?" And I was like, "No, thank you. I fucked up. Bye."
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
Anyways, the point is breakfast, man. We need
Carl's
it all day,
Jr.
every day. And Carl's, you know what? Here's the thing: if Carl's Jr. and Jack in the Box jumping in the ring for all day breakfast encourages more all day breakfast, I'm totally down with that. I'd like other companies to get on board the all day breakfast. Like, I would really enjoy it if Domino's started providing an all day breakfast pizza. Pizza Hut as well, I'd be down with that. Little Caesars, $5 hot and ready breakfast pizza, I'd be down with that. And I feel like it's not a huge stretch for them. I feel like they could do it pretty easily.
I don't know. A hot and ready breakfast pizza is not the move.
Why?
Sweaty eggs, nah.
Well, no, but here's the thing. The hot and ready pizza in general is not necessarily the best move. But if you're looking to throw down $5 for a medium pizza, it's a really good deal. I'm just saying,
grab and go.
You know, they could do it. Like, imagine, we talked about Costco food, how much we love Costco food. Wouldn't you love to be able to pop in there any time of the day for a little $1.49 coffee, eggs, toast, and a couple strips of bacon?
Offer breakfast? That's a good question.
Here we are providing them incredible ideas.
Yeah, that's what we do. I just want to wrap this topic up before we move on. By the way, I'm super hungry for breakfast. Is if you're going to make a breakfast item, don't drop the ball like Carl's Jr. did.
No,
like you just put hash browns and an egg on a perfectly good burger.
Yeah,
like anyone could do that.
Anyone could do that. Step it up.
Do not insult our intelligence by doing that. Okay.
Don't you know how seriously we take breakfast?
So serious.
Well, that leads us. So you know what? That's an interesting segue to the next. What is a burger topping? So what we've already established is that eggs, definitely a burger topping. Why is this so broken? I'm sorry. Eggs, definitely a burger topping. Yeah. Hash browns could definitely be a burger topping. Yep. I like some people put French fries or chips. They like to put chips on their burgers. There are definitely enough obscure toppings that do belong on a burger, that complement the burger, that are good for the burger. But correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, what prompted this topic this week was a little discovery you made about somebody at TGI Fridays that puts chicken wings as a topping on the burger.
Yeah, I think that's stupid. Really stupid. And here's why.
We could just stop there. That's stupid. Next topic.
Here's why. You think of a classic sandwich. Let's call it the cartoon sandwich, right?
The cartoon sandwich.
Bread,
yeah,
meat, cheese, condiment, vegetables, blah 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 blah. Bread, and then there's a toothpick on top of it, holding it all together with an olive.
Usually they put an olive in the cartoons,
like
although
olive.
I would never.
No,
I hate olives. Worst.
I like olives, but not on a sandwich. Like,
is an olive a vegetable or is it a nut? Anyways, it's a conversation for another time.
I don't think it's a nut because it grows from a tree, an olive tree, and I'm allergic to tree nuts, and I'm not allergic to olives.
But think what you just said. You just said a tree nut. You said so it's a tree. So nuts grow in trees, and olives grow in trees. Olives just maybe a nut.
Fruits. It could be a fruit.
I think fruits could be nuts.
I think it's a fruit.
Nuts could be fruits.
Could be a rock fruit.
An olive is a fruit because it has pits.
It could be a rock fruit. Yeah, like a peach is a rock fruit, right? Or a nectarine. We're way off topic here.
I need to do more research.
That's next week. We're talking about olives.
That's a terrible podcast topic.
Yeah. So yeah.
The classic sandwich. What is considered a sandwich?
Right. And you see the olive on top of it. Look, you take the toothpick out, and the olive stays up there. You could eat it, and you're not even going to know the difference. If you put a chicken wing on top of a burger, what are you doing? What are you really doing? Am I really going to take a bite of this burger with?
No, you're making more work
on top of it. No, you're not only making it work. It's a choking hazard.
It's a definite choking hazard.
Chances are you're going to break your teeth. Also,
yeah. If you bite into that bone full force,
yeah. Unless you're taking the bones out of the chicken wing and making a boneless chicken wing.
Exactly. Or a tender or a bite.
Now we're talking. Yeah. Or if you want to take it further and, deep fry, let's say, a chicken thigh, and you put the chicken thigh inside the patty, we're talking. What is the point, other than aesthetics, to put a chicken wing on top
with
of
the
a
bone.
Burger? Pull this picture up, Dave, if you don't mind.
It's with the bone. And I think that there it is. With the bone is the most important part because chicken with burger, I mean, I don't think it counts as a topping either way. I don't think that another meat can be a topping. I think it could be a component.
Yeah, it's a component.
Now, I don't know if there's a huge difference between a component and a topping. You wouldn't call the lettuce a component of a burger, of a specific burger, because you could have that burger without the lettuce, and I think the essence of the burger remains unaltered.
Yeah.
Chicken, like other meats, becomes a component of the burger, and you're not going to add a component of the burger that you have to stop and then remove from the burger, because then it's not a component. It's definitely a topping. You're not going to make a topping that you have to remove. Or you break your teeth. Yeah, the whole point of a burger, in my opinion, which is the same thing as the point of a sandwich, which is also the same point of a pizza, is that you can just pick up with your hands this food item, which is composed of various other food items. So it is a complete package of food items, and take one big bite out of it. This doesn't allow you to do that.
No, not
this makes you stop and work on who has the time
and eat it separately. Are you just trying to have two meals? Okay, I get it if that's the case.
Don't you know how many emails people have to answer? They can't be spending 30 to 45 seconds removing a chicken wing from your burger.
Yeah, I want to be able to eat the burger with one hand and Snapchat it with the other. If I have to do that with a wing, I can't, until the day that we inject it into my brain and I have spectacles in my eyes. That's a whole other thing.
It's coming real soon.
Yeah, of course.
Here's the thing. I think that this is just I find this is like a bit of a growing trend of outrageous burger toppings. They're trying to make it super fancy. They're trying to take these burgers to the next level by making, the kind of topping that'll make people stop and have debates like the ones we're having right now. And so I respect that decision. I respect the quest for better burgers, because I think there can always be a quest for better burgers. But at what point do you draw the line and say, no, that's not a topping, that's a side dish? Like if you put the fries or the onion rings on the burger, that's a topping.
Well, in the burger, inside, in between the buns, right?
And I think it's a topping because you can take a big bite of it. You can take one whole bite and you don't have to remove everything. I think it becomes a side dish, or needs to be labeled a side, when you have to remove it, when you can't eat it in one bite.
Yeah. I completely agree. Now, if you're going to play off the fact that the side is on the top, and I don't know, maybe that skewer that's sticking out of it is in order to remove it from the top of the bun. Okay, now I get it. I get
Right.
it. But other than like an awesome Instagram picture or, shock
That's what
value,
it
doing
is.
stuff like this, or even, making a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Caesar with like a full meal on top of it.
Oh
Okay,
my
I get it. But like,
God,
dude,
those are
all I
insane.
wanted was a drink,
All I wanted was a drink, something to quench my thirst, and instead now I have 17 mozzarella sticks, a chicken wing, a cheeseburger, and a slice of pizza.
Yeah,
And it's
which
like,
is
wait, how
cool.
did the? Oh, and one piece of celery. Always one piece of celery.
Have to have the celery.
How did this happen? You're like, Well, I mean, you know how it happened. You ordered it. You looked at the menu and you
Also
specifically chose this. But I guess that's what it is, right? It's more the Instagram. Holy shit! Look at how cool that is.
Hashtags made me do it.
Hashtags made me do it. I wonder if that'll hold up in court in the future. I feel like there's a chance. So let's.
Sir,
But hang on.
why did you take your Bloody Caesar and smash it over the waiter's head? Hashtag made me do it. Sorry. Don't condone that, by the way. Don't do that.
See, here they are showing other things. They just have a regular bacon cheeseburger. They have little fried onion fries on there. Those are awesome. I'm down with all of those things. What are some awesome toppings that you've had, Josh, on some burgers that really stand out to you that have been like, yeah, man, that's cool?
I always talk about my most memorable burger, and it was light years before the term food porn was even conceived. And it was because it was the first time that I had skewed from the traditional crazy toppings, which at the time, Dave, and you can attest to this, bacon and cheese on a burger back like 15 years ago was crazy. Like no one was doing that. The craziest thing you can get on a burger was like, 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, like it was a Big Mac.
When McDonald's rolled through with the whole Make It Bacon campaign, do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You could go into a McDonald's, order anything on the menu and say, make it bacon. Yeah. And they would add bacon. I think in Canada it was 49 cents. I think in the States, maybe it was just a quarter. I'm not really sure. Right. I was very young at the time. But it was a huge deal because it was like, oh my God, you could add bacon to any burger now. This is brilliant. And that, I think, that set up bacon as being a standard for cheeseburgers. Like, yeah. There aren't many people that would have a burger without cheese, but there are, the lactose intolerant folks of the world, or there's people that just, that are vegetarians. No, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean? That just wouldn't necessarily have cheese. But the same way people wouldn't have bacon or would have bacon, I think bacon has become a staple of burgers.
It's like second nature.
I guess this is what I'm getting at. Any place that you can order a cheeseburger, now you can order a bacon cheeseburger. Any restaurant.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even think people order just cheeseburgers anymore.
No, it's always got something wild on it. Well, with the exception of the classic McDonald's cheeseburger, which is like so shitty it's delicious.
Well, the irony of what you're saying about the add bacon to it and McDonald's campaign is that everyone knows that McDonald's has the worst bacon.
They have the worst bacon. They really do. Trash. But even still, they kind of set the standard.
Fair enough. As McDonald's does, raising the bar and then leaving it. But the craziest toppings I ever had on a burger was it was everything that you would get on a fajita or a burrito or a taco on a burger. And I've said this before.
Oh, that's cool.
It's called the Mexicali burger from this random restaurant in Montreal. It doesn't exist anymore, and it was the best. It was guacamole, it was Tex-Mex cheese, salsa, and sour cream on a bacon cheeseburger. It was amazing. I loved it.
I did that last week just for fun. Shout out to my own Instagram. I took a picture and uploaded a picture of a burger that I made. That was more or less the exact same thing, except I didn't do sour cream and salsa. I still did ketchup and mustard, and but I did fajita fried yellow peppers and onions.
Ooh.
And I have to say, delicious. Getting hungry.
So right now. I'm
getting hungry just thinking about it right now.
So hungry.
Shout out to my own burger. Let me bring it up for you guys that are watching, so you can see.
If you don't know Dave, you can add Dave on Instagram. It's Instagram.com/David Huff. right?
And there's David Huff, exactly. There's the burger. Oh, man, it was so delicious. The guacamole and the peppers and the onions mixed with the cheeseburger and oh, man, it was so good. It was so good. But calling it a Mexicali burger is way more chill. So what I was going to say, sorry to interrupt you. What I was going to say was like, but I've had crazier toppings, way crazier toppings, like mac and cheese on a burger. Mac and cheese on a burger.
How about mac and cheese in a burger, like actually in the burger
inside the burger patty? Absolutely. Here's an example. I think this is an example of something that would otherwise be a side dish, but can be added to the burger and consumed without having to remove it. I think that's where we draw the line of what is an acceptable topping and what is an unacceptable topping.
Also,
if you were to... Go ahead.
Yeah. I said also, I was going to say, just like pertaining to this like chicken wing move, also don't add a condiment or topping to a burger that's a choking hazard. You're asking for
right. Well, but that's what I'm saying. That has to be removed. You cannot eat the burger with the chicken wing on it. You can take a bite of the chicken wing, but you're still going to be fishing shit out of your mouth while you're trying to enjoy your burger. So the only other option is to remove the chicken wings in advance. What would be another example? I don't even know that I could think of one.
You just gave me a great meal idea. A fish and chip burger, but the chips are inside the fish.
The chips are in the fish.
I don't know how I would do it, but that's
the chips are in the fish. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. Now that I think about it, I'm actually having a very tough time thinking of something that could go on a burger other than a chicken wing that would be a bad topping that you would have to remove. What else? What else would you have to remove? Like if you were to do a fish,
a corn dog.
There you go.
Stick in it.
Perfect. Has a stick.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Josh. Yeah, give me another. What else you got?
Let me think for a moment. A cupcake.
Oh, for pogo corn dog. I don't know if you said that. Pogo is a corn dog in Canada. It's a fried.
I said pogo,
hot dog
then corrected myself with a corn dog.
Yeah. Well, sorry. What was the next thing you said? Did you say a crab cake?
No, a cupcake.
Oh,
or
cupcake.
Here,
a very different thing.
Lobster tail.
Lobster tail.
Lobster tail is the crustacean. You don't want to have that. The exoskeleton.
I bet you somebody is coming up with that.
Unless you're gonna remove the ribs. Ribs. I just read Jill said ribs. Great call, Jill. Can't have ribs.
Ribs. Cannot have ribs. You can't have like a full, a non-deboned fish fillet. You can't have. I don't know why you would ever want that, anyways, on a burger.
A lollipop. Don't put a lollipop on top of.
Do not. But let's be realistic. I mean, you wouldn't want to put even if you could have a deboned lollipop. Deboned lollipop, by the way, is just a candy. Even if you wouldn't. So a Jolly Rancher is a deboned lollipop for all you guys that are.
You're like a deboned corn dog. It's just a hot dog.
Just a hot dog. For those of you that sickos that would put deboned lollipops on your burger, I guess, but you wouldn't want that on a burger anyways. You wouldn't want a cupcake on a burger anyways, right? Not an actual hamburger or cheeseburger.
I mean, you might. Didn't you make a red velvet burger once?
Yeah.
Sicko?
Yeah, I did. You're right. Yeah, I suppose. I guess you wouldn't want a cupcake. Else? You wouldn't want a cupcake with the stupid little. What's the cupcake pants called?
Doily. Come on, now. You know I love saying doily.
Doilies are pants for cupcakes. You wouldn't want that on your burger.
Cupcake
even
pants
if you wanted.
What Mike calls his girlfriend, but anyways.
Cupcake pants. Even if you were to like shrimp tails, you wouldn't want a shrimp tail where you have to remove the shrimp tail, right?
You don't want to have to work at your burger.
No.
That's the whole thing here that we're trying to get across.
Yeah.
So just do yourself
Burgers
a favor.
Should be easy.
Do all of us a favor and don't put things that require work as toppings and/or condiments on a sandwich or burger, please.
Make burgers easier again, please.
Make burgers easier again.
The whole point of a burger, the whole point of a sandwich in general was to simplify the eating of all of those ingredients at one time. Yeah. Stop making it complicated again. We've come so far. Why do you got to take it away from us?
Yeah, don't take it away from us. We're trying to add to the quality of the burger life. We're not trying to take away from it. Sickos. TGI Fridays.
Speaking of burger chains, Now the
and
topic we've
sickos.
all been waiting for.
You were so excited about this topic, Dave?
I got to be honest,
God.
I think it's actually going to be a little lackluster, the topic itself, because I don't even know how interesting it is. I just like the sound of the Burger King smut box. Now, I really feel like Burger King dropped the ball here and could have named it the Burger King smut box and sold way more. Josh, care to explain what it is?
The Burger King smut box, aka the adult version of a kid's meal for Valentine's Day, is that of exactly what it sounds like. Now, Burger King in Israel is offering what is called the Valentine's Day adult meal. And packaged, if you can or can't see, it looks like a typical Happy Meal or kids meal box. Although they've changed it to
18 and plus on the box.
Yeah, it says 18 plus on it. The box is like this midnight blue kind of color. And it comes with 2 Whoppers, 2 orders of French fries, 2 beers, because in Israel you can drink at fast food restaurants, and this is the kicker, Dave.
Yeah, this is it.
Romantic adult toy on the inside. Now,
thus providing smut content. It could be anything. There's really a million things that could be considered a romantic adult toy. This is greasy. This is really greasy.
Like a kid's meal, the adult meal comes in a special box. It's only available on Valentine's Day and only after 6 p.m. Like no kids are going to Burger King after 6 p.m. Like
not just that. Oh yeah, and you have to be 18. Oh, it says you probably have to be over 18, but they don't even know that for sure. It might not be. It's just only after 6 p.m. because it's really meant to lead to a real greasy evening, an evening of smut and filth that really demands that we note how romantic of a destination Burger King is for Valentine's Day. Nothing says I love you quite like the Burger King smut box.
Seriously. So interesting. How do they even allow that? And what are the toys?
Do they have examples of what the toys are?
I was just looking at that. There's 3 examples. I see them right here.
But it just gives an idea.
Boy.
This isn't even really anything. So a blindfold, one of those little feather ticklers,
and one of those head massagers.
One of those head massagers. I feel like
eye gougers from Clockwork Orange.
I feel like that's not really an adult toy.
No, that's like a relaxing head massager.
And I mean, a blindfold is like, I guess the blindfold is something that you could sleep with, so you don't have any light coming in when you're sleeping. And the little feather tickler, I mean, that's a duster. You could be cleaning your house with that.
Isn't that those 2 items used on Passover when you go around the house looking for the pieces of bread?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they would think that those. So it doesn't say anything about any other potential items in it. I think that this is a really funny idea. I think that they're trying to capitalize on something here that again, it's another corporation trying to jam Valentine's Day shit down your throat.
Oh,
But in this case, I think it's kind of cool and creative because it, is very, it's meant to involve both parties of the Valentine's Day festivities. I just feel like they probably dropped the ball and didn't go as smutty as they could have gone. If you're going to make a smut box, and you're going to call it an adult's meal, 18 plus, and it's all sensual, you better go all the way, right?
I agree.
Like whips and chains and
handcuffs. Where the handcuffs at?
There's nothing. I mean, maybe they do offer it. Does it say anything about what's included in there? I'd like to try and.
I mean, it says
Burger King. Does Burger King have?
And what's the price of this?
A list of what the items are.
I want to know if this is competitive with other adult toys and other meals. Like what? Like we're getting 2 combos basically here. 2 Whoppers, 2 fries, 2 beers, right? Shout out!
I think that's pretty awesome, by the way. If there's any takeaway from this, we really should be taking note of the fact that fast food restaurants should serve beer as an option to the combo. Like, why don't they? Is it because it's hard to get a liquor license? Is that what it is? Like here in North America, is it hard to get a liquor license for that many locations?
I mean, what yeah, America has more fast food locations than any other place, or North America for that matter. But I feel like if you're in Europe or somewhere overseas, McDonald's sells beer. It's not like
Right, they have it.
McDonald's in Berlin is going to sell beer. Like they all do,
They all have it already. So
Yeah.
why don't they do it here? I'd really like that. Sometimes you just want a beer. It probably wouldn't be the best beer out there. I mean, depending on what varieties and brands they team up with. But I mean, sometimes you just feel like a beer instead of a Diet Coke or something like that. Why can't you?
And those elevated restaurant, like fast food restaurants, like the Umamis of the world. I think Shake Shack also. I think they serve beer. Shake Shack, Umami Burger. There's probably a few others, but either way,
it definitely exists, and it definitely makes sense. Oh, here's I accidentally opened an ad, but it was a great tweet that somebody had. Hey, do you want to get smutty? And then the girlfriend says, yeah, but where'd you get that adult toy? And then the answer is Burger King. There's nothing that's gonna get you more fired up than that.
You know what, Dave? In a world where everyone's putting an egg on a burger and everyone's making breakfast available all day and everyone has like a cheese pull, it's refreshing to see a chain like Burger King come out with something so unique like the adult kids meal.
Exactly.
I am not going to lie. Like, even though it's stupid, it got our attention. We've been talking about it for 15 minutes,
Yeah, I think it's definitely pretty cool.
And I never get Burger King. I don't even like Burger King, and I would probably get this just for the sake of it.
I just wonder what these items actually are, these adult toys. And if it's just those 3 items, I gotta say, Burger King, you could have done more. I'm not that impressed with their smuttiness. The creativity of their smuttiness is lackluster.
Speaking of Valentine's Day food and dropping the ball, yesterday I saw that they were offering heart-shaped pizzas. Cool idea, but what about a heart-shaped burger? Why hasn't anyone figured that out yet? Mass production, probably. Like, I feel like cool.
It would be cool, but I think a lot more would have to go into shaping the bun, the patty, the cheese.
No, just the bun and the patty. That's it. Everything else is standard.
It stays the same. Still, I feel like that's a trickier thing to get the mold for. You have to make a mold.
I tried to find little heart-shaped cookie cutters yesterday because I wanted to make my girlfriend heart-shaped all-dressed chips. Which would have been cool.
That's sick. Right? That would have been so sick.
Couldn't find it.
All-dressed chips are so good.
She loves all-dressed chips, and they sell them here now.
I know.
Every bag of all-dressed chips in America has a Canadian flag on it. It's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Canada's taken over.
We're doing something.
Probably not. Yeah, we're doing something. Definitely
Shout
not taking over.
Shout out to JT, by the way.
Joe Trudeau.
Yeah, him.
Next topic on the docket is pro oatmeal.
Protemeal, a.k.a.
Protemeal.
Protemeal, yeah.
So this is pretty cool. This is like this was maybe potentially going to be the dumb food item of the week, but upon closer inspection, this is really smart.
It's pretty smart.
What they're doing is they're taking brands of cereal that and they're turning them into oatmeals. So, for example, for those of you that are watching, you can see what I'm looking at. Those of you that are listening, this is Lucky Charms Instant Oatmeal, which is exactly what you would think it is. It's regular oatmeal, except they've topped it now with marshmallows.
And I think, Dave, it also might include like pieces and crumbs of the actual like crunchy part of the cereal. It might. I don't know for sure. It might, though.
See,
and the reason I say that is because if you go further down the article, it also says Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh my God, that's terrific.
And that one has with Cinnamon Crunch topping included, and it has little bits of Cinnamon Toast.
Yeah, see, I think that's probably what it is. Right. I think it's probably like this one is more little bits of CTC because you can't. CTC is just the one thing, whereas Lucky Charms, the marshmallows are kind of like bonus, like they're actually, I mean, not bonus in a sense of like you surprise you're getting marshmallows because you know what you're getting. I mean more that they're above and beyond the cereal. The cereal is one thing, the marshmallow is another thing. In this case, you see you have the oatmeal replaces the cereal, and you have the marshmallow as the addition to the oatmeal, which is really, I think, super cool and probably pretty easy for them to produce. That's probably why they did it. Whereas the CTC, it looks like they're taking little scraps of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal and sprinkling it into these pouches.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch oatmeal is like a byproduct of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch waste in the factory over at General Mills, which I'm not mad at. Like, I'm pro no waste. I think that wasting is not the move. Actually, even when I cook these days, it's been happening for a few months. I really try and use every piece of
maximize all ingredients. It's smart. It's
I used to not give a shit. I would throw things out all the time, and now I'm like, listen, why would I not use that little piece?
It's just you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just silly. It's just silly. You've paid for it.
Beyond that, like, waste.
No, well, there's all the environmental, and there's the discussion about the people that would kill on the planet that would kill for what you have, for sure. But just if you want to reason with yourself why you really should is just because you're hurting your own pocket right away, and that's usually what gets people motivated these days. Money. People like
precisely. Money. Now you can go out and buy some Lucky Charms, and you could pick
out all the marshmallows.
Yeah, you could extract the marshmallows and sort of just get regular old oatmeal and make this yourself, but that'd be stupid. Here's a quick question for you, Dave. What flavor do you think this oatmeal is? Regular?
If I had to guess, I would say it is just plain flavor oatmeal, and it takes on the flavor of whatever cereal's being added to it.
Also, just to revert back to what we were ending the last topic in, before you run to your nearest grocery store, here's the catch. These limited edition oatmeals are exclusive to Canada.
Oh!
According to our source at General Mills, these products are now available in most retailers in Canada for about 8 weeks. Dave, you and
$3.49.
Go out and get this.
100%. I'm going to the grocery store right after this to go try and find these.
You should also get regular oatmeal and a box of each and try and remake it and see the difference between each one.
Compare the two. Yeah. Get some marshmallows as well. I don't think I've ever seen it here. I know in the United States they've had it. Like you could buy the marshmallows of the Lucky Charms extracted from the cereal. I really want that.
I'm releasing a video today showing about those.
I would really like to get those and try them out myself. But here's the thing. So, Josh, question for you. I know you are I know you're really about hot beverages, really hot soups, hot sandwiches. You like hot meals more. So, does this appeal to you more given the fact that you like heat over a cold cereal? Does this appeal to you?
It does. I actually eat oatmeal on the regular, steel cut oats, which is like the healthy version of these things because, I try and balance out my dumb food consumption with smart food consumption.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, this sounds really, really cool. I have to say the Lucky Charms one, it kind of freaks me out because when you heat up the marshmallows, they end up becoming this like soupy consistency.
Yeah, they probably melt. Like it happens in regular cereal already that the marshmallows kind of disintegrate and become real drippy.
Yeah. Now the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it really tickles my fancy, Dave, because I think that cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal is the best oatmeal you can get. It's timeless. It's always been the best.
Whoa. Shout out to my boy maple syrup flavored. Come on.
Maple and brown sugar is a good one too.
Maple brown sugar is fantastic. Cinnamon brown sugar is excellent. It's actually, I would say that was probably the most classic. Yeah. Like I remember like being a kid, and when my parents would make me oatmeal, they would put just cinnamon and brown sugar in and be like, "There, your breakfast. Now go to school, you jerk." That's exactly word for word what they would say. My parents really loved me a lot, and so this is not that far from that flavoring, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and it just looks. I mean, looking at these pictures, this one looks way better than this Lucky Charms one. Come on.
So long as they don't just go around the factory floor and scoop up the remnants with a dustpan and a broom.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Then you get like dusty. You get dusty oatmeal.
You get such dusty oatmeal. Well, so here's the question: what other flavors would you like to see? I'll tell you, I would really like to see maybe like I've expressed my preference, but I've expressed my passion for honey bunches of oats. I wouldn't mind a honey bunches of oats oatmeal. It's already
Like,
got the oats.
Is that the one with like the raisins in it?
No. Never that
You mean
flavor. Well, they definitely have different varieties. Yeah, give me the cluster one. The
Can you
yellow
buy
box.
clusters like on its own?
Absolutely. It's called granola.
But like the clusters, granola clusters.
I'm kidding. It's not called granola. Yeah, you
that
can
would
get the
be a
clusters.
sick move. Make Reg's oatmeal and put clusters in it. There, boom.
That's what I'm thinking it would be. That's exactly what I'm thinking it would be, and I would love that. That would be delicious.
You know what's awesome about today? Not just like this actual day, but just
you mean like the future that we live in? Yeah.
These days is that stoner food is becoming a reality to regular consumers, because clearly someone was stoned one day
and did this.
I was like, yo, let's put our Lucky Charms in our cereal and see what happens.
So you said that stoner food is becoming fit for regular consumption. Yeah. I would argue that regular people that are consuming regular things are getting more stoned.
I think it's a bit about both.
little bit of both. Little bit of both.
Here's the funny thing about all of our American listeners. Have no fear. There's a 1-800 number for General Mills that you can call and voice your concern and duress for not having these available. It's 1-800-248-7310. That's again 1-800-248-7310. Please call General Mills and express the fact that you want to see these in your supermarket today.
And this podcast is not sponsored by General Mills in any way, so feel free to use vulgar language. Don't be offensive and harassing in nature. Don't verbally assault them, but feel free to use colorful language.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will care.
Okay, but back to what other flavors you'd like to see, just quickly before we wrap up this topic. Sure. What other ones? I would love Fruit Loops. That's so sick.
Yeah, that one sounds like it would actually be good. And
that's great.
Fruity Flakes, which is the same thing in different. Consistency.
Yeah.
Any of the chocolate. I
was going to say Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Krispies, Count Chocula, Nesquik cereal. I'd be so down with any of those.
Yeah, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks is probably really good.
In the apple
you could get apple cinnamon oatmeal now. You could do that. So it's not a huge stretch for them.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a huge stretch at all. Like that's a total reality. What about one like obscure one? Something very obscure in terms of cereal. Like maybe like Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs?
I think that would be delicious, and I don't even like Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs because I'm not a big fan of peanut butter and chocolate, but that's just me and I'm a sicko.
A couple that probably wouldn't be too good, that would probably end up sloppy, mini wheats.
I was going to say something like a mini wheat would probably not go over that well.
Not so much.
Also, Rice Krispies, that would be a complete waste of time. Frosted Flakes, also probably a waste of time.
Not the move.
And by that logic, Corn Flakes.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Or Special K.
Crispix, Special K. I don't even like saying Special K and Crispix in the same sentence because I actually really like Crispix as a cereal. I think it's really good. I think it's really good.
Chex.
Is that a cereal?
Isn't it?
Is that a snack these days?
Wasn't Chex a cereal originally?
I think it may have started as a cereal, but then graduated to a snack mix.
We don't want the cereal game no more.
This goes way better with cheddar cheese flavoring from Cheetos and pretzels.
Don't sleep on Cheetos.
Don't sleep on oatmeal cereal. General
Mills.
Oh my
God! Speaking about oatmeal,
get shit together and make it happen.
I was doing this cooking thing with this dude, Frankie, and he made a savory oatmeal with like eggs and stuff inside of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He called it Eggs in Purgatory, and he buried eggs. He cracked an egg, a raw egg, and then put piping hot oatmeal over it and seasoned it with salt and pepper and put some bacon inside of it. And he called it Egg in Purgatory, and the egg cooked at the bottom of the oatmeal. It was actually quite interesting.
I'm confused and scared.
But
I don't know what that does to me.
I know.
It kind of freaks me out. But I think it's cool.
It's a weird thing.
How was it?
It was decent. It was a little weird, but it was decent.
Yeah, you didn't say it was killer.
I wouldn't like order it at a restaurant, but I would definitely.
If somebody served it to you, you would try it.
Delicious and like see how I can make it good.
See if we can make it good. Yeah, I feel like that could be made good. It's weird, but it's probably pretty cool.
You add a lot of bacon and sausage to it, it'd probably be delicious.
Yeah, that savory oatmeal is not something that's really that popular. It's always sweet oatmeal, so maybe he's on to something there.
He could be.
Well, way to go, General Mills and oatmeal. I think that you guys are onto something here, and I'm totally down. Keep expanding the oatmeal game because oatmeal does not get nearly enough credit.
It hasn't
and
evolved enough, you know?
It should. Well, this is it. This is the beginning. These baby steps, Josh.
You know what
baby
really
steps.
fell off, Dave?
What's
Cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat was never on.
That stuff is
Actually,
gross.
that's not true. It probably was in like the 20s, the 1920s.
Nah, you know what happened?
Maybe
is that,
even
like,
the
polenta really didn't let cream of whete become a thing. Polenta's like, nah, you know, cream of wheat. No, you're too similar to me. It's conflict of interest. And
Gillas
got their lawyers.
And so then polenta turned to cream of wheat and says, "Hey, take off, hoser." Fast food weddings, Josh.
Fast food weddings, Dave. I thought this was an
now.
Isolated situation. I really did.
It is not.
Until I dove deeper into the investigation.
This is not an isolated thing.
Nope.
This is absolutely hilarious. You can now get married at a Taco Bell. It's in Las Vegas. They have a chapel, and the wedding is an item on the menu.
Yeah, it's like something you can go and order.
But it's only for a limited time.
Taco Supremes, a naked chalupa. Oh yeah, and I want to marry her.
It's you know what? These chalupas are getting me so fired up. I think I'd like to get married. You feel like getting married? Yeah, you know what? All right, let's do it. What the hell? We're in Vegas, right?
Might as well.
So if you do it from now until March 1st, you get entered into a Love and Tacos contest. And it'll give you a chance to win all expenses paid trip to Las Vegas to get hitched at the brand new flagship Taco Bell Cantina, which we've spoken about. The Taco Bell Cantina. We've spoken about how they're making fancy Taco Bells now, but now you can get married. You can get married. It's an item on the menu. $600. $600. You get a wedding ceremony inside the restaurant's chapel, and you get to eat a taco 12-pack.
But there's so much more to it. Like, are you looking at this? I'm on the actual Taco Bell website. I just sent you the link.
It's a private area. It's a private area for 15 guests. And you get merch. You get a sauce packet garter. You get a bow tie and a bouquet. It's a sauce packet bow tie and a sauce packet bouquet. I've got to say the sauce packet bow tie, or like if you were to get like a ketchup bow tie, like a Heinz ketchup bow tie, that's really sick.
Only if it's actually like usable.
Yeah, like you could.
It.
Yeah, exactly.
Bouquet looks really cool. Slash, you get these lime green drinks here,
and then you get a Just Married T-shirt for each of you, which is pretty cool. I think
the funny thing is, all you have to do is get married first.
Right.
Go there with the license
at a Taco Bell,
and for $600,
you could have Taco Bell wedding.
You could be farting down the aisle.
Listen, I don't think we need to discuss this too much because I think we would both agree that this is brilliant, and
awesome.
And I think that more restaurants should offer shotgun weddings. What this does lead to is an interesting discussion about other ways that restaurants can get involved in weddings. And that leads us to what is by far, I'm going to pull it up for those that are watching. What is by far the most hilarious thing I've ever seen related to weddings.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so smart.
It's called the Domino's Wedding Registry. That's right, folks. If you're getting married, you can now go and make a wedding registry at Domino's. Head on down to Domino'sWeddingRegistry.com and you can sign up for your wedding registry. Do you know a pizza-loving couple who isn't registered? Then you can give an e-gift. But they're calling this the first registry for couples who prefer delicious melty cheese to crystal gravy boats. And that's smart.
I think that's really smart. So there's so many things that you can get here. So let's go over the list here. A 2 a.m. bachelor party feast for $60. You can then cater the bachelor party for another $60. A exclusive wedding night for $25. Dancing with my slice for $100. The quote unquote one more slice before quote unquote I do $45. Married but chill. $15. Thank you, Cardathon, $30. Post honeymoon adjustment to real life, $25.
The description is the description is because washing dishes is the worst.
Oh my god. An excuse to not cook, $20. Bust out the fine china, $25, and a low-key date night for $30. Now, the Domino's weddingregistry.com has a frequently asked questions section, which is
it's important to note, just before we go further, it's important to note that all of these are e-gift cards.
Yeah.
You're not actually getting, like, when it says cater the bachelorette party or cater the bachelor party, they're not actually coming and catering your party for $60.
No.
They're just suggesting that somebody buy you a gift card that, proposes you having a 2 a.m. bachelor party feast.
Yeah, it's basically it's just money and everything, but it's just a bunch of coupons.
There's just a bunch of coupons, which is great, which is really hilarious, and I really would love to see you head over to the FAQ. I want to go to find a registry. So oh, damn it. How can I would love to be able to find it. So let's say we go to May 23rd, 2017. Are there any? Who are you looking for? So you need to know the name. I would love to be able to go.
It's a really well-done website.
I'd like to be able to go and peruse people's Domino's wedding registry. Like, I wonder if they have any yet. You have to know the date of the wedding and you have to know their names to see. You can't just peruse. That's too bad. Because I would really like to know what kind of sickos put these together and what kind of options they included in their registry.
The frequently asked questions. First question, is this real? Yes. Yes, a million times yes. Okay, Domino's, we get it. You're real, okay?
You're real. You're doing it.
E-gift cards. I want to give them something physical at the wedding. Can I do that? Yep. After you check out, you'll be able to printable. Okay, so you can show up to the wedding with a bunch of like coupons.
With Domino's coupons. Hang on. Like, depending on how much the couple loves Domino's, you're either doing a really nice thing or are people judging you and considering it classless? I want to know. There's some pretentious people out there. I'm sure there are those that would love something like this, but I'm sure there's also like the snooty parents or in-laws that would be like, all they did was give a $600 gift card to Domino's.
Missing the point. Totally missing the point. Uninvite them. Tell them not to come.
Which would be amazing, actually. I'd be super happy with any amount of Domino's gift cards, really.
Yeah, it sounds incredible. I want Domino's right now, and I'm not even getting married.
Wait, so you're telling me I get to marry the love of my life and people will buy us pizza?
It's the best.
That's what we're saying. What a world.
I just, like, for what it's worth, the effort that Domino's has put forth in this idea is incredible. Like the domain
is terrific.
FAQ, like everything about this is just
It's great. A good initiative.
It's just great. What a great idea. Good on you, Domino's.
I think the final takeaway or the final thoughts on this whole fast food or chain restaurants getting involved in weddings is yes. I want to see some super fun, creative wedding ideas that really break the mold of what people think a wedding is supposed to be.
Did you check out this quote on the website, by the way? Thanks, Domino's, for giving me a reason to get married. Besides love, of course.
Quoted by Amanda B. See,
great.
Amanda B knows what's good. You know, and it's good. They kind of came out with this on Valentine's Day. It's somewhat poking fun at Valentine's Day, which is already a little bit of a forced holiday anyway.
It's already a little bit of a joke. Let's be real.
Speaking of being real, let's get to our dumb food item of the day.
This is a real interesting one, mostly because Dave, this pertains to stuff people like Dave who can't handle spice.
People like Dave? What's that supposed to mean?
It means you fold to any type of Scoville.
What you're supposed to say is, what I'm saying, Dave, is that you're a little bitch.
This is they're labeling it the habanada, which at first glance, I thought it was like habaneros being grown in Canada. And it's a chili that is a habanero, which everyone knows is super hot with all the flavor and none of the heat.
None of the heat.
So what you're saying is it's a red bell pepper.
What I'm saying is it's a red bell pepper that looks kind of cool. And you could probably play some good pranks on people, letting them think that they're getting some spice. They're not. It's like, people like to trick people into eating spicy peppers. No, it's not that hot. Don't even worry. You'll be fine. This is reverse.
So this guy, Cornell Dr. Michael Mazurek, developed this pepper.
Asshole.
And the reason it's called the habanada is because it is a habanero with nada of the heat. Good one, Mike. Real good one, buddy.
You mean it's not habanada?
Yeah, I mean it's not a pepper made in a habanero pepper made in Canada.
Canada. It's just ice cold. That would have been so good. This is, anyways. I think that's a great. Listen, I think this. No, this is stupid.
It's stupid.
This is very stupid. I'm not even a fan of hot peppers or spice, too much spice, or anything of that nature. And I've got to be honest with you. I think that this is really dumb. The whole point of hot peppers is that they be hot.
Yeah.
That is their only purpose on this planet. You're not eating habaneros for the flavor. You're eating it for the spice enhancement and what it does to the dish that you're eating. Yeah. Right?
No one's ever like, oh man, I wish I could just get that habanero flavor.
I wish I could add habaneros to my salad.
I mean, listen, contrary to us hating on this product because it's so stupid, it's been seemingly doing pretty well. Like it was introduced into the World Food Expo in Milan, and
people were blown away.
People are, professional chefs like this dude Dan Barber in New York has been using it. And apparently people are liking it. Listen, it might be stupid. It is stupid. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't try it if I was given the option.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's very few things that I wouldn't try, but I just feel like you're defeating the whole purpose. People like spicy foods or spicy sauces or spicy peppers because the spice they feel enhances the flavor of the dish, right? That is the whole point of it. What real flavor are you getting from this that's adding to the dish that's going to make you really feel like, wow, what an addition? I feel like it's just a money grab. I feel like maybe not a money grab. I feel like this is, it's a money grab and it's a marketing ploy, and good on this guy because it's definitely garnering attention, as is the case with most of the dumb food items of the week that we have.
Definitely. I like, this is a cool story to me just because I've been really contemplating, like I told you just before, I've been trying to think about getting into botany. And that's what this guy did. He crossbred 13 generations of peppers in order to get to the habanada.
So you know what? As for such a dumb idea, good for this guy for putting in that much effort.
Yeah.
He went the extra mile in figuring out how to get this stupid pepper on the market.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Stupid.
You dummy. You real loser.
Well, he's not a loser, actually. He's winning.
No, he's not.
He's totally winning. I'm going to go to his Instagram real quick. Tomato growers and 950 followers. So, I mean, he's doing it, but he could be doing it better.
He's doing it, but sorry there, Doc.
He could be doing it a bit better. But he is growing some crazy stuff here. I'm looking. He's making crazy tomatoes, this guy. He's nuts.
Tomato. Is this what I had? I wanted to make a jalapeno tomato.
He's mixing jalapenos with tomatoes. He's doing it. Yo, you got to get in touch with this guy, Josh.
This guy.
No. This is your guy. He's going to teach you everything he knows. You should become his apprentice.
I'm going to follow him.
Get in touch with him ASAP.
500 varieties of tomatoes. Damn.
I think that is going to bring about an end to this here episode of the Menu Podcast. We've talked about smart things. We've talked about dumb things. We talked a lot about breakfast. I'm really happy how much we talked about breakfast. And I really, really wish I could divorce my wife and then remarry her at Taco Bell. Maybe we'll do a vow renewal.
See, that's where they get you. That's where they get you.
No. I'm into it.
No, I'm into it too. I think it's a great idea.
So thank you so much for listening and or watching. If you were tuning in, we do this every single week live on twitch.tv/liquorsauce. You can catch these episodes Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. It will also be uploaded on video on demand format at youtube.com/thejoshelkin. And as always, you could find us on the Soundclouds,
SoundClouds. Again, you did it with SoundClouds.
No, I combined both of them. That was good, right? You could find us on the SoundClouds, and you can catch us on the iTunes every single week. We upload these videos and audio files and MP3s and things of that nature.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, please follow myself on all the socials at David Huff. Follow Josh on all the socials at the Josh Elkin.
Yes, sir.
Snapchat Mookie Guapson.
Mm-hmm.
And we love you all.
Also, if you guys want to leave a comment in anything that you consume this podcast at, Dave and I are very diligent and vigilant on checking those out. If there's something you want us to cover, some sort of newsworthy food or food-worthy news, then do so. And again, just to reiterate, Dave, thanks for listening and watching.
Also, if you get a chance to like go try out like the Pro Oatmeals, or if you got yourself a Burger King smut box, you know, or if you had a dumb burger with a stupid topping on it, or if you got married at Taco Bell, send us some social medias of them. We would love to talk about that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.